All right, welcome back to another game of Quick Play Baseball. My name is Brian Haferkamp. I'm the designer and creator of this game. And we are replaying the 1999 World Series. Atlanta is going to be playing Game 5 at New York. And this New York is up 3-1. They actually won this series 4-0, so I feel a slight moral victory. Let's see if the Braves can put together a win here in Game 5. Let's go through the starting lineups. For the Bravos, it's going to be, I'm going to put Walt Weiss in the leadoff position. That puts Brett Boone second. Chipper Jones is at third. Brian Jordan in right is hitting fourth. Ryan Klesko is at first base. I'm going to put Randall Simon in a DH and see how things go. He's a +1. Andre Jones in center field is a +1. Gerald Williams, I'm going to move all the way down to the 8 hole. He's playing in left. And Eddie Perez goes to the 9 hole. He is the catcher. On the mound is Greg Maddux. He is a -2 in game number 1. Let's see, where was he? Game number 1 went to the Yankees in a shutout. Maddux pitched pretty well, though, so gave up 5 hits. And Atlanta had 2 errors here, so that really was the big problem there. But he did very well. Orlando El Duque Hernandez will be on the mound for the Yankees, and the Yankees lineup is going to be the same as it has been with the one exception. It'll be Knobloch at second, Jeter at short, O'Neill in right, Bernie Williams in center, Tino Martinez at first. Chili Davis gets a start at the DH. He's a switch hitter, so he'll be hitting left-handed most of the game. Ricky Leday is in left field. He's sort of their platoon left fielder when a right-hander is on the mound. Posada will get the start at catcher, and Scotty Brocious at third. Brocious with the big go-ahead home run in Game 4. I won't spoil that one for you if you want to go back and watch that. I released that earlier today. So Atlanta getting the Vikings treatment, so they're living in Minnesota's world now. A little bit disappointing, down 3-1. We'll see if Vikings power can help them. The Jokers are in here playing the same as I did in game number 4. So the black Joker is going to be for the batters, and the colorful Joker is going to go for the pitchers. Those are rare plays that show up in the game. You can see that there are a rare plays for batters and rare plays for pitchers. Essentially, you get a rare play, you flip a card, and then you just read it off there. So the game is super simple to play. There's a lot of variation, especially if you play the full game. It feels like a full game of tabletop baseball. You're just not using any dice. So here we go. Game number 5. It'll be Walter Weiss, Brett Boone, and Andrew Jones leading off against El Duque, Orlando Hernandez, for those who are not familiar. Right off the bat, Hernandez is a 0, so we get a strikeout right off the bat. Yo, Mr. White. Strikeout. Walter Weiss. Going down, Brady Boone to the plate. A 6 of hearts is going to be a little tapper out in front of home plate. No problem for Posada as he makes the out at first. 2 down in the inning for Chipper Jones. 10 of hearts will be a deep fly ball to left field as he gets a hold of one on the outside corner. Gets good wood on it, but that one's going to stay in the park. So making the catch in left field is, sorry, I shouldn't do it that way. This is at-bats. So making the catch in left field is going to be Ricky Leday, and we'll head to the bottom of the second inning. For the Yankees, it'll be Knobloch, Jeter, and O'Neill. And we are back for the bottom of the second, or bottom of the first inning, no score. Gregory Aloysius Jefferson Maddux on the mound. I don't know if that's his actual name. I don't think it is. But Gregory Maddux will be on the mound, the diminutive right-handed pitcher. Hall of Famer, one of the great pitchers of the last 50 years. He is a -2, so any red cards, hearts or diamonds, are going to be that value -2. Chucky Knobloch leading off. He's a +2. but he's going to take a K here on the first at-bat of the game. That will be out number 1 as he gives up on a pitch on the outside corner. It comes back, and Maddox gets the call. Derek Jeter to the plate. Jeter is an ace with +2, so that doesn't mean anything. So this is going to be a 2-bagger, as if you're going to get to Maddox, you better get to him early, because once he settles in, it gets really rough. O'Neill to the plate. A jack becomes a 9. 9 of hearts is going to be a grounder to short. No problem for Walter Weiss, as he looks the runner back to second and makes the throw to first. I want to say Gerald Williams, but it's not. This is Bernie Baseball. Bernie Williams. This is going to be a little tapper out in front of the plate, as Maddox throws him a changeup that he was not expecting. He just manages to get a piece of it and go over to first. That will be Perez to the first baseman Klesko for out number 3. So Maddox gives up a 1-out double. Doesn't hurt anything. And we're going to head to the bottom or the top of the second inning. It is no score here in the 1999 World Series, game number 5. To the top of the second, then we go. Brian Jordan in right field. He is a +1. And then Klesko at first. He's a +2. And Randall Simon, the DH. So we're going to go right, left against El Duque, Orlando Hernandez. Jordan, his first at-bat of the game, is a good one. King becomes an ace, and he takes that slider that gets stuck over the middle, and he deposits it into left field. Brian Jordan with another big home run, as he's got 2 homers in the series, 6 or 7 RBIs now, and he gives Atlanta a 1-0 lead. What we do is the King, because it's a black and we're looking at the batter, so the batter is a +1. King +1 is ace. Ace of spades is a home run. So Ryan Klesko to the plate, another ace, and a black ace here is going to be a double. So Klesko rips one into the gap in right center field. He's going to cruise into second base with a stand-up double. Nobody out, a man at second for Randall Simon. Simon is going to fly out to very deep right field with his heels up against the wall. Paul O'Neill makes the catch. Ryan Klesko, even with not much speed, is going to be able to make it to third base on that, and it will be a runner at third base with less than 2 outs for Andrew Jones, who is also a +1. 8 of hearts will be a fly ball out to left field. That is not going to be deep enough to score the run. And with 2 outs and a runner at third base, Gerald Williams to the plate. Williams is going to hit a deep fly ball to center field. Going back on it is Bernie Williams. He reaches up at the last minute, makes the catch, and that will be out number 3. But the Braves do put 1 on the board with the BJ home run to left field, and they take a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the second. All right, to the bottom of the second we go. Tino Martinez, Chili Davis, and Ricky Leday against the Mad Dog, Greg Maddux. Oh, boy. So Tino Martinez with a king of spades. That's going to be a 2-bagger as he goes into the left center field gap. And he goes with the pitch there. That 2-seamer gets to the outside corner, but gets enough of the plate. He can rip it into the gap. He's standing at second base for Chili Davis, who is also a +1. This is going to be a back-to-back doubles. So the card's falling right, and that's going to tie the game at 1. So Chili Davis, the old man, in and making it happen. A queen is going to become 10. 10 of diamonds is a fly ball to right field. And making a spectacular catch up against the wall is the right fielder, Brian Jordan. Very athletic. And that is going to allow the runner to go to third base. So Chili Davis will be at third with less than 2 outs. And Jorge Posada to the plate. Posada is going to hit a can of corn out to center field. No problem for Andrew Jones, who makes the catch. And Chili Davis not running on Mr. Jones. Scotty Brocious to the plate. A 6 of hearts is going to be a little tapper in front of the plate. No problem for Perez, who makes a good throw to first. And just like the Braves, stranded 1. with less than 2 outs at third. The Yankees do as well, but they do tie it up on the Chili Davis double as they get back-to-back doubles from Martinez and Davis to tie up game number 5. We'll go to the top of the third. It'll be Perez, and then back to the order for the Braves. What I meant to say was back to the top of the order for the Braves. So, always be praying for those people who got to talk all the time. Liable to say something. All right, so the Braves are tied at 1 with New York. El Duque Hernandez is going to face off against Eddie Perez. Perez had a couple of knocks back in game number 4. This time he's going to start the game with a hard hit ball, but that goes right to Brocious at third base, and that's going to be caught for out number 1. Walter Weiss to the plate. Weiss with a walk, and he's at first base. Brett Boone to the plate. A jack of hearts is going to be a deep fly ball to center field. Going back on it near the wall is Bernie Williams. He's going to make the catch, and tagging up is Walter Weiss. And Chipper Jones to the plate. A 7 becomes a 9. This will be another deep fly ball as he gets a hold of one. And he's going to come up just a little bit short. So a couple of deep fly balls to the outfield, but they strand a runner at second base. So nobody comes home in the third for Atlanta. We'll go to the bottom of the third and back to the top of the order for the Yankees. All right, bottom of the third inning, and it will be the top of the order, Knobloch, Jeter, and O'Neill for the Yankees against Gregory Maddux. 10 plus 2 is 12. It's actually a queen of spades. It's going to be a base knock for Knobloch, the second baseman, as he goes over the second baseman's head into right field. He'll be at first. Let's go ahead and try to steal with Chuck Knobloch. That's going to be anything 6 or greater will be safe. It's a queen, and he is in there with a stolen base. So Knobloch at second for Jeter, who doubled his first time up. We get a joker. This is off the batter. And so what is the play? The play is a 10. 10 is a blown call. The batter is safe at first, and everybody's going to move up on the infield single. So we'll call it an infield single. And Bobby Cox, is not happy about that. In an earlier day, Bobby would have been out there and gotten thrown out, but this is a pivotal game, so he's keeping himself on the bench. O'Neill to the plate. Maddux, the Mad Dog, in trouble. We get a joker here for the pitcher side, so not often the rare plays come up in both innings, both for the same. The outfielder robs a home run. So we're going to say this has got to be Andrew Jones again. He's already brought back a couple of balls from the outfield. This is going to be a home run robbery. Both runners are going to stay, as Knobloch thought it was gone. He gets down the line, and he doesn't get back to the third base bag fast enough to tag up. So terrific play as another Yankee batter. I think he robbed Jeter before. So 7 becomes a 5. That's going to be a foul out to Chipper Jones. And hoping that Gregory Maddux can get out of this one, giving up no runs. He's got 2 on with 2 out. And ace becomes a queen, and that's a base hit, 2-out base hit for Tino Martinez, who is going to knock in one of those runs. So coming home to score from third is Knobloch. On the Tino Martinez single, it's now 2-1 Yankees. 8 becomes a 6. This is a pop-up to the shortstop. Weiss is under it. He calls everybody off, and that's going to be all she wrote in the third. 2-1, though, now, New York over Atlanta. New York smelling blood in this pivotal Game 5. They're up 3-1 in the series, trying to bring this one home for the Yankees. But Orlando Hernandez finishes up his warm-up pitches. We go to the top of the fourth inning. It'll be Brian Jordan, Plesko, and Randall Simon for the Bravos. Jordan with a home run, solo home run in his first at-bat. He is going to rip a double here as he is seeing the ball very well in New York. That's a two-bagger leadoff double for Brian Jordan as he slides in headfirst just ahead of the throw. Ryan Klesko up to bat. He doubled in his first at bat. A 9 is not a double. That's going to be a grounder to short. No problem for Jeter, who makes the play, looks the runner back, and makes the throw to first. 1 out for Simon. Simon, a 6 becomes a 7. That's going to be a ground out to second base as Orlando Hernandez has the split finger working. Runner's going to go to third on the fielder's choice as it's hit to the right side and brings up Andrew Jones. Let's see if Jones could put a charge in one. He cannot. And instead, that's going to be a little tapper right to the mound. Hernandez picks it up, throws it to first, and a frustrating out for Andrew Jones. We head to the bottom of the fourth. The Braves strand a runner at third base, and we have the bottom of the order coming up for the Yankees. All right, Gregory Maddox says he's ready to go, and Ricky Leday stands in. Tall, slender left-hander, plays left field. He flew out to right field in his first at-bat. This time he's going to knock a single through to right field. And Ricky Leday at first with nobody out. Jorge Posada, a 10 becomes an 8. That's going to be a fly out, a little can of corn to left field. And that'll be 1 out. The runner holds at first. Scotty Brocious does even worse. He taps it back to Maddox, who is one of the premier pitching or fielding pitchers in the history of the game. Maddox makes the throw to second. Not going to count that joker. That is going to be a fielder's choice. So they're not able to throw over to first and gets Brocious, who's hustling down the line, but they do get the runner at second base. So Brocious, we'll call that 1-6 on the fielder's choice. And that takes it back to the top of the order with Chuck Knobloch, who's 1 for 2 with a run scored. 10 plus 2 is a queen, and a queen of clubs is going to be a second base hit for him. The base runner goes to second base, and we got 2 on for Derek Jeter. Jeter will hit a little bouncer to second base. No problem for Brett Boone at second base. And that will be all she wrote for the Yankees in the fourth. The Yankees do not score. They strand 2, and we head to the top of the fifth inning. It is 2-1 New York. And here in the top of the fifth, it will be Williams, Perez, and then back to the top of the order with Walter Weiss. El Duque, Orlando Hernandez, still on the mound here to start the fifth. He has given up 1 run on the home run to Brian Jordan, but that's it. 1 walk and 1 strikeout so far. We get a 9 of diamonds. That'll be a grounder, a chopper to third. Up with it is Brocious, and he gets his man at first by half a step. Perez to the plate, lined out to Brocious. 10 is going to be an error. So 10 of clubs is an error. And let's spread it around a little bit. We'll give that to Chuck Knobloch on a little E4. Why not? So Perez at first for Walter Weiss. Weiss up there batting left-handed. He takes an ace of diamonds, and this is Walter Weiss being on second. He turns to the dugout, and he says, "I am the danger." All right, so 1 for 2 in the game, Walter Weiss. That's going to push the runner to second base. Perez station to station, slow of foot. Brady Boone is the second baseman, 2 on and 1 out. A 10 of diamonds will be a deep fly ball to right field. O'Neill is going to get to it and make the catch, but everybody's going to move up a base on the deep fly ball. Actually, we'll just we'll let he won't go up. So it'll be runners at the corners. The lead runner is able to take the base. So Perez goes to third. So runners at the corners for Chipper Jones. A 5 is going to be a foul out. So he fouls out to the third baseman, his counterpart Brocious. Brocious catches it near the wall on the left field side, and the Braves are shut out again. So Hernandez, who threw a shutout, has only given up 1 run in his last, whatever that is, 10 or 15 innings, 10 or 11 innings. So he is ripping. And let's go to the bottom of the fifth inning. 2-1 Yankees in this game 5. All right, bottom of the fifth inning. The Mad Dog is out there. O'Neill, Williams, and Martinez are going to be up for the Yankees. We get a batter, rare, unusual play. It will be a line drive misplayed for a double. So winding up at second base is going to be Paul O'Neill, who hasn't had a great hitting series, been really good with the glove, but he gets aboard with a leadoff double. Bernie Williams to the plate. 8 becomes a 10. 10 of spades is a deep fly ball to left field. And that's going to be deep enough that you can tag up. So the lead runner is going to go to third, and O'Neill is at third on a heads-up base running play for Tino Martinez. Sorry about that. Tino Martinez, 2 for 2 with a double, a single, a run scored, and an RBI in this one, as he came home on the double from Chili Davis. Martinez is no modifier here, so 5 of clubs is going to be a grounder to first base. The only play is to first, so that's going to bring the runner home. And we'll call that a run on a fielder's choice. RBI number 2 to Tino Martinez. It's now 3-2. That'll bring up Chili Davis to the plate. Davis, RBI double back in the second. He's got a 4+1 as a 5. That's another grounder to first. And the play is going to be made to the first, to the pitcher who's covering, as Maddox steps on there. And the Yankees play a little bit of small ball. They put up a third run. It's now 3-1 New York over Atlanta. Sorry about my phone freaking out there. I don't know exactly what happened there. Seeing a pattern here. Chipper Jones not able to keep the inning going, which is not good for the Braves. If Chipper Jones doesn't go, this team didn't go. And so we go to the top of the 6th. El Duque Hernandez is out there. Jordan, Klesko, and Simon will be up for the Braves in the 6th inning. King of Diamonds is going to be a leadoff single for BJ, as he is 3 for 3. He's got a homer, a double, a single, and he is a triple short of the cycle in this one. He's got a run scored and an RBI. Let's see if Klesko can do some damage. He's got a double already, 1 for 2. 8 of Diamonds is a grounder to second base, and so let's check on the double play. Face card is a double play. It is not, so that'll be a fielder's choice on a slow roller to second base. Knobloch to Jeter, and that's all they're going to get. So hustling down the line is Klesko, and he is aboard with a fielder's choice. So runner at first for Randall Simon. Simon has been a bit of a disappointment. 3 of clubs is going to be a strikeout. He's over 3 now. Maybe this is why Bobby didn't start him. Andrew Jones to the plate. He's over 2. We're going to get a rare, unusual play for the batter. That's a pass ball, and every base runners are going to advance 1 base. So we get a pass ball for Hernandez. It's actually going to be given to Posada as he fails to catch the pitch. Jones is still at the plate. He's a +1. Doesn't matter here, as he is going to ground it to third base. A big high hop to third. Easy play for Brocious. And the Jones brothers both are ending all of the innings. That's not good. So the Braves strand 1 at second base, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Greg Maddux still on the mound. He'll face off against the bottom of the order, Lede, Posada, and Brocious. You can see that the game moves pretty quickly. We are, I don't know, a couple of minutes per inning. I'm not playing particularly fast, and I'm talking on top of that. So there's a reason we call it quick play baseball. All right, bottom of the 6th we go. It'll be Lede, Posada, and Brocious against Gregory Maddux. And the professor with a 5-2 is going to be a 3, and that'll be a strikeout for Ricky Lede, who had a single in his last trip. Posada's flied out twice. He is going to Walk this time. So rare walk from Gregory Maddox. What is that? That's walk number 1 for him against a couple of strikeouts. We get a 10 to Scotty Brocious. 10 of spades is a deep fly ball to left field as he catches one right off the barrel. That's going to allow the runner to advance to second base as Posada moves up. And then back to the top of the order with Chuck Knobloch. Knobloch 2 for 3. 9 plus 2 is going to be a jack, and that'll be another walk. So a little bit uncharacteristic as Maddox is a little wonky here. A couple of walks in the inning. And a jack becomes a 9. 9 of hearts is a chopper to short. No problem for Weiss, who was injured in the previous game, but he is more than okay here as he makes the throw to first. The 6th is over. Go to the top of the 7th inning. Hernandez is going to be out again. They have a 3-1 lead over Atlanta. Coming up for the Braves in the top of the 7th inning is going to be Gerald Williams, Eddie Perez, and Walter Weiss. Hernandez pitching beautifully so far. 8 of clubs is going to be a fly ball out to center field. No problem for Bernie Williams as he catches it for out number 1. Eddie Perez to the plate reached on an error his last time up. This time he is going to pop out to the shortstop sky high straight up the chute, and catching it at short is Jeter. Walt Weiss to the plate. He's 1 for 2. A 2 is going to be a strikeout as he gets caught looking on an El Duque fastball. He was looking for the slider, and instead he gets the fastball. That's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Hernandez. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is 3-1, New York over Atlanta. All right, the Mad Dog, Greg Maddox, is out for the 7th inning. Leo and Bobby had a little conversation with him, and he said, "Get the heck out of here. I'm going out for the 7th. This is my last chance." So he's going out for the 7th to face off against O'Neill, Williams, and Martinez. Time for him to put his money where his mouth is. 7 becomes an 8. 8 of spades is a grounder to Chipper Jones. Sucked up like a vacuum cleaner. Over to first, and O'Neill is out. He's 1 for 4. Williams is 0 for 4. We're going to get a queen. Queen plus 2 is an ace. Ace of clubs is a double, so he reaches out and pokes one down the left field line. So that's going to be a stand-up double for Bernie Williams. Williams now 1 for 4. Man of the day is Tino Martinez. He is 2 for 3. He's driven in 2 runs, scored 1, and he's got a man in scoring position. And wouldn't you know it, Ace of spades is a bomb as Tino Martinez says, "My career is not over yet. I still have it left." And he hits a 2-run jack into right field. And coming around to score is Bernie Williams. So that is going to be a 2-run homer for the Yankees. That puts them up 5-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. And Chili Davis to plate 1 for 3. Ace becomes a queen, and that'll be a single. He's now got a couple of hits on the day. And Ricky Leday to the plate. Ricky is going to hit a deep fly ball to right field, so Bobby and Leo were right to question. But we got 2 runs in and 2 down with a runner at second base now for Jorge Posada. He's 0 for 2. Posada with a pop out that is into foul ground down the first base line, and Klesko makes the catch. But 2 runs come in for the Yankees in the 7th. Greg Maddox's day is officially over. It is 5-1 as he is lined up to take it on the chin again. We're going to leave Hernandez in the game. He'll face Boone, Jones, and Jordan. If he gets in any trouble, we'll be sure to get him out of there. Top of the 8th we go. A queen of hearts is going to be a walk. So leadoff walk issued to Brett Boone with a 4-run lead. Joe Torre is sticking with his guy, Hernandez. We get a 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. That'll be a grounder to second base. Dadgummit, when you know it. We're going to go Knobloch to Jeter to Martinez, and that is going to be a double play. So first double play of the game for either team comes against Chipper Jones, who has basically just killed every inning that he's been at bat, which is sad. But Brian Jordan to the plate, he's 3 for 3. A 6 of diamonds will be a pop-up to the shortstop. So even the Brian Jordan magic is over here in the 8th. So the Braves go down in the 8th, and we will head to the bottom of the 8th inning and get a new pitcher for the Braves. All right, and the new pitcher is going to be Russ Springer. Springer, -1 pitcher. He'll come in to face off against Scotty Brocious. He replaces Maddox, 7 innings, 12 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts for the Hall of Famer. So with the professor out of the game comes in the right-hander, Russ Springer. Springer had a terrific year that season. He was 49 games pitched, 3.42 ERA, sub-4 FIP, 3.96. He pitched 47 innings, 49 strikeouts in 47 innings for Russ Springer. All right, so Springer against Brocious. Remember, Springer will be a -1. Brocious with the 8 of clubs is a fly ball out to center field and caught in center field by Andrew Jones. Brocious now 0 for 4. Back to the top of the order with Chuck Knobloch. Knobloch is 2 for 3 with a couple of singles and a run scored. We're going to get a strikeout here. Strikeout swinging from Russ Springer as he gets the fastball by Chuck Knobloch. And Derek Jeter to the plate. Jeter is 2 for 4, a single and a double. 6 plus 2 is 8. That's not going to be enough as he lifts this one out to center field. Can of corn for Andrew Jones as he comes in a couple steps, makes the play. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Russ Springer. We go to the 9th inning. It is 5-1, and Joe Torre is going to send Mariano Rivera out to the mound one more time, trying to bring home the trophy. It is a 3-1 series lead for New York. They are 3 outs away from another World Series. All right, so into the game is going to be Mariano Rivera. He relieves El Duque, Orlando Hernandez, the right-hander from Cuba. Goes 8 innings, gives up 5 hits, 1 run. The solo home run to Brian Jordan back in the 2nd. 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. How good was El Duque in 1999? 17-9 record, 4.45 FIP, 4.12 ERA, 33 games started, 2 complete games and a shutout, threw 214 and a third innings, and had 157 strikeouts. Just 87 walks and 187 hits in 214 innings. So I think one of his best seasons, if not his best. Orlando Hernandez. Guy with the funky delivery. All right. Mariano Rivera, he does not have a funky delivery. He just throws a ball that you can't hit. So we'll see if Klesko can hit the ball. He's going to be up first. He is 1 for 3 with a double, and that's all he's got to show so far. Let's see. Klesko with a +2, a 5 of clubs is going to be a chopper to first base. So making the play at first is Tino Martinez, who is the man of the hour. And he flips to Rivera, who is covering. That'll be out number 1. Excuse me. Randall Simon to the plate. Simon has been DHing not very well, 0 for 3. He does get a hold of one here, though, as he hits one, laces it into the gap, right center field, and he chugs into second with a stand-up double. He encourages his teammates looking back into the dugout and says, "Let's go." Andrew Jones coming to the plate. Andrew Jones is a +1. Can he do something as well? 9 becomes a 10. 10 is a deep fly ball to left field. He tags it, but it dies in the night, and it's going to be caught just short of the warning track. Randall Simon is going to stay put at second base. Brings up Williams. Gerald Williams is the final hope here. He is 0 for 3 with a couple of flyouts. A 5 of spades is going to be hit hard, but is that man, Scott Brocious, hugging the line, makes a diving stop on the line, and that's going to be out number 3. That will be the end of the game, and that will be the end of the series, as the Yankees are going to go on to win this one by a score of 5-1, and it is rocking in Yankee Stadium as the Yankees bring home yet another championship, this time on their own home turf, as they win the first 2 games in Atlanta. They drop game 3, and then they come back and win the next 2 in New York. So a game 5 victory for the New York Yankees. I'm going to give the game ball to Tino Martinez, although we'll have him share it. Hernandez deserves a game ball as well. Greg Maddux is going to take a tough loss as he goes 7 innings, but he does give up 5 runs on 12 hits. He danced around a lot of stuff, but he could not dance around Tino Martinez, who goes 3 for 4. He had 2, 3, 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored, a single, a double, a home run, and he even grounded someone in on a ground ball to first base. So Tino Martinez did it all in this game. And Jeter with a couple of hits, Knobloch with a couple of hits. So the top of the order finally coming through for New York. 2 hits again for Chili Davis with a run knocked in. And even Ricky Leday with a base knock. So that's going to end this. This is Quick Play Baseball. Again, these are the charts that I've been using up here. You can see these charts. So this is your main game chart. This is your strategies chart for sacrifices, squeeze, steals, and bunt hits. We have our rare plays here. You can see those. So the rare unusual plays, if it's a black suit, you would use it for the batters. A red suit, you would use it for the pitchers. That's sort of how that works. You can fold that up and you can put it into a tuck box. I was using a couple of jokers like this. So you can use the jokers to be the rare plays, or you can say anytime you go below 2 or above an ace, that sends you into a rare play category. So if you don't do that, it will increase the likelihood of things like power hits or strikeouts, just because you put a ceiling and a floor on the chart. So you'll get more for the really good players with the +2s or the -2s. They're going to get more opportunities to get strikeouts or potentially hit home runs or doubles. So just as a little heads up, and there's a couple different ways that you can play it. This game here has 3 different modes. It has a quick, medium, and full play mode. If you look on this channel and do a search for Quick Play Baseball, I did one video where I showed you every single mode of being able to play this. So it just kind of shows you how to lay everything out. You have to do some different things with the cards for the quick and the medium play. But otherwise, the medium play is somewhat a version between the quick and the full play. The full play just uses a deck of cards. Super easy. I like to use it to take on the road with me if I go to a coffee shop or something like this. You can see it's just a sheet of paper and a deck of cards, and it is super duper easy to keep that even on those little tiny Starbucks tables. So that, to me, it's one of my favorite games because it's so portable. I can throw it in my bag. I can take it on a business trip or anything where I got just a little bit of space in a hotel or even at the airport. I played this game at the airport as well. Same with On Base, the Pocket Edition. I've done that as well. So some of my games are super portable and they don't require a ton of table space. Try to cut down that footprint as much as possible. So you can play anywhere you want and you can play quickly or not. And it's got a lot of kind of details in the rare unusual plays. We haven't even gotten to most of them, and there's enough detail and enough sort of spreading the ball around with ground outs, foul outs, pop outs, line drives, fly balls, deep fly balls, regular fly balls, etc. Different types of ground balls. You can do double plays. There are different types of hits. So some of the hits give you extra bases, and some of them are just sort of station to station. So I feel like there's a lot in this game, and on top of that, when you purchase the game, you get 15 to 20 seasons in one package. So you pay $10 and you get anywhere from 15 to 20 seasons. Let me just do a little switcheroo here. I'll show you what those look like. Just make sure we're looking at the same thing. Okay. So you can see here, this is what the roster sheets look like. So this is the Yankees here. You've been seeing them here. Just come in a little bit more, you get a ton of stats on here. But you can see here, this is the Yankee batting lineup. So for the quick and the medium play game, you're going to use the stars and the power ratings. Power is if you have 30 or more home runs, and a star rating is if your WOBA is 360 or greater, I think 360. And then I also rated these players based off of that as well. So you'll see the star players often have a +2. And then other players, so 350 to 370, I think, is a +1. And then everybody else under 350 is going to get a 0. You do see sometimes that there are pitchers who, in the National League, you'll see here. So Oral Hershiser has a -1, Al Leiter a -1. So you do get pitchers rated for batting. That's the New York Mets. They were loaded in 1999. And so they get rated. You can see they have several star players, and they have a couple of guys with 30+ home runs. But the point is, they're pitchers. Yoshi, Hershiser, Leiter, they're all rated here too. So these are all pitchers as well. Octavio Dotel is a reliever, so he's even rated. And Kenny Rogers, I don't know if he was starting. Looks like he started all but 5 games. So yeah, he was starting. No, that's not right. So he got into 12 games where he hit. So Kenny Rogers started 12 games for them. So that's where he is. All right. So anyway, you get these laid out. You can see these are the years that are included, 1994 to 2005. This is the steroid era. And there is the post-steroid era, which just happened. And then now we're sort of in a new era of baseball, which we might call the pitch clock era. I don't know what it's going to be called, the pitch clock era maybe. And so that's sort of where we're in as of 2023. So this game goes all the way up to 2022. So that's what we have there. But you can see this is their pitching. And you can see all their pitching stats here. It goes all the way over to the right. And you see their grades. So they're graded. They're given a grade for the quick and the medium play games. And then for the full play game, they have a rating as well. So these happen to do with how many cards are in the stack. So the fewer cards, the more basically you remove outs for players who are Bs or Cs. And when you remove the outs, you increase the hits because you change the denominator. You make the denominator smaller without changing the numerator. So you get more hits into the game. But for A pitchers, they have the most number of outs in the game. So that's sort of how the game engine works. But you can see this is what I've been reading off of to see everything. You see it down here, Jambi and Tejada and Stairs and John Jaha with a heck of a season 417 WOBA. And so you'll get all these, and you can see as you sort of scroll down, you can see you go to the next year. You can see over here, this is 2000. And now you're looking at the 2000 Diamondbacks who won the World Series. So you can check them out, and you get Randy Johnson, Kurt Schilling, all those guys over here. Greg Swindell had a terrific year. Young Kim had a very good year. And Vicente Padilla have a time in 35 innings. He was a -2 pitcher. So you can check them out. This is the 2000 Braves. Not much better than the 1999 Braves, although you see. Maddox had a great year. Glavine would be let go not long after this, I think. He was starting to decline just a little bit. And it was, I guess, he was injured, Johnny Smoltz. I'm not seeing him. So I'm not seeing Smoltz. But maybe he was injured that year. He must have had an arm injury. I know he had Tommy John at some point. So maybe that was the year. All right. So this is just one of the packages that you can get. So the steroid era, so 1994 to 2005. And you can see here there's 300 pages. So we're about halfway through out of 300 pages of just stats and ratings just like this, where you have the teams together. So you can usually print out one team on a sheet and then print out the other team and have pitchers and batters together. You might have to do back and forth. So like the Braves here, you could print them on one and then finish the pitchers on the backside. So you could conceivably have the whole team on one page. Or you could print this all out, 300 pages, put it into a booklet, and put it into like a 3-ring binder, and then you'll be able to have all of these stats available to you whenever you want. And you just basically flip to whatever season you want. You can put little tabs or dividers for the season, which would make it easy to get to everybody. So Quick Play Baseball, it's not one that I play a whole lot on the channel, but it is one of my favorite games that I've created. It's pretty innovative when you get to the quick play version because it uses what are called situational cards. And those situational cards, let's see if I have the situation cards. Here they are. So you can see here, these are the situation cards that come with the game. And these are basically, you get put into a situation. So if you flip this card, there's 2 outs with a runner at first base. And these are the plays that happen right before to get you to those 2 outs. So this is the first out, this is the second out, and then there's a single to right field. So if you're playing with a score sheet, you can take all of these batters, the batters before the one who's batting right now, and it tells you here that you're on the 4th batter. So you had 1, 2, 3, and now you're on the 4th batter. On this one, there was a walk, so there's nobody out, runner at first base. You're looking at the second batter from the last batter who made the out to get you out of the inning. In the medium play game, you start here, and then you basically just play out the full play game each inning. So for this one, it might just be one card you flip, and he makes an out, and that's it. So basically, you're using the chart just like we used it here. You're just starting from this starting point. And these go all the way down. You can see there's lots of different situations that you find yourself in, and lots of different versions of each of these. So what happened before, you can tell different things. So this is 2 on with 2 out, but it's different than runners on the corners, right? It's second and third. And then this tells you all of the things that happen. So there's a single to left, a fly ball to left, a single or a double to left center field that did not score. And so now we have second and third, and then there's a strikeout. So now you got 2 outs. You would go down 5 batters, and that would be the batter who is at bat in this inning, and that's sort of where you would start. The quick play game, you would be dropped into a situation. You only roll or flip one card. If it's a face card, that is a hit, and if it's a non-face card, then that's no hit. It's an out. And so in this situation, if you flipped a 2 of hearts, then that would be an out, and you would be out of the inning, straining 2 runners at second and third. So the gameplay is super cool and really fast. So that's this is included with the game. They're kind of small, but you can just like shuffle them through. You can see there's several, nobody on, nobody out. It's just the first batter of the inning. So you can also mix and match these whenever you want to. That will help you to create a run environment that you want. So if you start every inning with just these, you might as well play the full game. But if you start, you add more of these, one out and nobody on, 2 out, nobody on. You add a lot of these that only have one runner on first base. Then you're going to get significantly less scoring. And if you keep some of these out of there, you'll have less scoring than you normally would. So maybe you just want to keep this 2 outs, bases loaded, and keep these others out of the game, because that's, nobody out and bases loaded, you're going to score some runs. So you actually get to kind of craft whatever you want the run environment to be by what cards do you include in these situation cards. If you want to play with all of them, then that's fine too. So go check this out. Like I said, I think there's 6 or 8 different eras. I can't remember if there's 6 or 8, something like that. And it covers 1901 through 2022. So every era of baseball up until this very last one, where we kind of started the pitch clock era, is included in baseball. And so you can buy multiples of those. You can just buy one and you'll have, if you only want to play the 60s, you can get the 60s, right? If you only like the 70s and 80s, there's one for the late 70s all the way up to 94. So you can get a ton of baseball. You've seen me play out a whole series here, and that is, it's been a regular baseball game for the tabletop, except faster and lighter and easier to play. And then if you play the different modes, then it gets even faster and lighter. So we will leave it at that. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comments section. If you like this game, give it a thumbs up. If you're a Yankee fan, I expect some thumbs up and some likes. Otherwise, if you want to share this game, I would not be upset by that. So that helps everything grow, even helps the hobby grow. As you help the designers, you're helping the hobby on the whole. So don't be afraid to share things that you like and let everybody know, hey, check this out. This is kind of cool. If you want to share things on social media, that's totally cool too. Just don't talk bad about me. And if you want to go buy something and support me that way, go to clarkandaddisongaming.com and pick up a game. So I've got lots of different types of games, football, basketball, baseball. There's AIG soccer is in beta. I have a hockey game that I'm working on as well. There's a lacrosse game that I've shown, a tennis game that I've shown, a golf game that I've shown. So lots of different things that are just kind of always in the works. And then also working on Play Action Football Express, still creating some different elements for that that are coming soon as well. All right. I think that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.